Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to Stearns Ford. Are you here to see anybody in particular?
You need energy.
You need energy for sure. Okay, what else?
Tell them that you're not a salesperson to bring down the barriers.
And by the way, I'm not going to tell them I'm not a salesperson because I probably have salesperson written on my card.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell them I'm not here to sell them a car.
Yeah.
What am I here to do?
Give them a
Help them buy a car. Okay, I mean, you've heard me preach that before. Do you think it's bullshit or do you believe it? I mean, when it comes, meaning people don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. Mm-hmm. So if we position ourselves as someone who is here to help them buy, we will help more people buy cars, which in our vernacular means we're selling more cars. Okay? Now, I'm not a big believer in warm and fuzzy, hug them and let them leave if they don't want to buy a car. I'm a strong believer in closing because what they come here to do. And if they don't buy a car, they have failed. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I have failed as well because I showed up here to help somebody buy a car. So if they don't, I have failed. So I'm going to let them know right off the bat. I mean, my energy will be high. My smile will be big. And as soon as I discover, I'm going to say, what are you welcome to? Are you here to see anybody in particular? I will ask that question because if they come in to see Jeff, I don't want to interrupt, the process. But as soon as I know they're here to look for a car, new or used, I'm going to announce to them very quickly that I'm not going to sell them a doggone thing today, but I would love to help them buy a car. Okay? Well, now what other questions can I ask them?
How much time do they have?
How much time did you budget for this visit? What's good about that question?
Makes them feel like you care.
Well, you're showing respect for their time. Okay. What else?
Do they have a trade?
I'm not sure I'd go there right yet. That's getting more into needs assessment. Okay. Remember, this has got to be about a minute and a half to 2 minute thing.
Like, how did they find us, our dealership? Like, where did they come from?
Okay. Let me just expand on that for a second. Might I say, hey Maya, if you're like most of my customers, I'm going to guess you've done some research on the internet, correct?
Right, but we don't want to bring the internet thing unless, like, a customer.
What brought you in today?
Yeah. Because if they
That's what we kind of did a little bit of a. We changed it because we get a lot of our customers are not online. They're people that are very uneducated. When it comes to car buying, they're just drive-bys a lot of times. So we say, how'd you hear about us? Because if they say, I was driving by, I saw this truck, then we don't like to, Charles doesn't want us to bring up the online because then they might, go online and check our prices.
So we got a chance to bump up price.
Okay, well, you guys know the demographics and your customers
Right.
better, certainly better than I do. Okay.
Right. So yeah,
What brought you in today?
yeah.
Okay. What if they say I saw a vehicle online?
Then we go straight into the. If you're like a lot of our customers, then
You've done a ton of research.
online.
Where'd you leave off?
If they say,
Okay, good.
so then we have like 2 ways to go when it gets to that. So if they say I was driving by, I saw this F-150 out front, wanted to take a look at it, then we kind of skip the online price.
We just skip the online thing and go straight to it.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine with that. Okay, makes good sense. All right. Customer says, yeah, I saw an F-150 online. Okay. What questions might we now ask?
Where did you leave off?
Yeah.
Where'd you leave off? What information can I get you?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to experience the truck.
Yeah.
What do you say next?
Yeah, how much time did you have budgeted?
I'm going to get to that one in just a second because that's a lead into the two time saving steps that we can take. What are those time saving steps?
Open a line of credit and trade appraisal.
Open a line of credit and
Or matching you up with the right lender.
yeah, I like both of those actually. Okay. What about price? Do you have any questions about the price?
I don't really go into the price until like, if they seen it online, I'm like, okay, they already know that price. Like, if they're talking about, like, oh, where online did you see it? Or, because we have some places that people see something somewhere else.
explain that, explain.
No, we have.
We have Craigslist ads that put vehicles out there that might be $20,000, but it says as low as $6,500, but it's only one car on there, so they think that one car is $6,500.
It says prices as low as $6,500.
Yeah, it's
And then
very
when
misleading,
just
and we
take
get
it the wrong
we
way.
get several
Yeah.
people in here
People
that's in
call.
for a certain car.
And we ain't got no car for $6,500 anyway.
I haven't seen a $6,500 car for a long time.
It's complete bullshit, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
you got people calling
There's,
up.
we never get sales out of it, and we're
So you
constantly
do
getting,
false advertising.
we're getting
Actually,
cussed
we're
out,
not.
We
cussed
got a
out by
sale out of
people.
that, didn't we?
We did,
Which
We
I
got a
did.
sale.
Well,
It was in-house finance.
yeah,
one out of
on Monday,
Out of 100,
a year and a half that we've been doing
out
it.
of 100, yeah,
Okay.
I made $100.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, how about this question? Did you see our value proposition on our website? Now, what are most people gonna say to that?
No.
What is
No.
What is that?
And then-
What is that is probably as frequent a response as no, okay? Well, the value proposition, what we do for our customers and other dealers don't, okay? What do we do? Let's take new car first. What do we do for our new customers that other dealers don't?
3 years maintenance,
3 years worth of maintenance.
complimentary maintenance.
And that is about, near as I can tell, about $300 worth of maintenance, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
Might be up more now.
probably more than that now,
Could well be.
yeah.
That's 4 oil changes, 4
And that's
tire
$100
rotations, right?
that your oil
Yes.
change and tires rotating now.
At least here is 90 something
So
dollars.
it's closer to $400.
Yeah, over 400.
Worth
It's just
of
a
maintenance.
hydro store, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
40.
Well, I don't think it, I mean, I hope you are, but I think that's, I mean, everybody's oil changes have gone up.
Yeah.
Everybody's tire rotations have gone up because there is that inflation thing out there, right? Yes. So it's driving the cost of everything up. Okay, what else? If I buy a new truck here, what do I get? I get 3 years worth of maintenance. What else do I get?
72-hour exchange.
What fear does that 72-hour exchange eliminate?
Buying the wrong vehicle.
Yeah, you can't
Doesn't
buy
it eliminate
one
the fear of buying the wrong vehicle? Well, I guess it could, but even
on a
more
new
so,
vehicle now.
it eliminates the fear of getting stuck with the wrong vehicle. Because I can still buy the wrong vehicle,
Yeah.
but just during the first 3 days, I have the right to bring it back and exchange it.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't want to go through the entire card at meet and greet by any stretch of the imagination, but I would highlight. I'd say, hey, we're going to give you $400 worth of maintenance. You buy a truck here, a car here. We're going to give you an exchange policy, which very few dealers do, and best of all, we're going to guarantee our price in writing.
That's what I guarantee.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to take a deep dive because remember we're meet and greet.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to tease them, and I want to break down the wall. I want to break the ice. I want to break the ice by saying I'm not going to sell you a doggone thing today. If you allow me, I'll help you buy a car or a truck. Okay. I've discovered that when I do that with my customers, we both have a better time and the whole process goes a whole lot faster. Now, I get to the question. How much time have you budgeted for your visit today? And do I care what the answer is?
No.
No, I don't. If they say 10 minutes because they're on their way back from lunch to work, that may be the truth. But if they say 10 minutes, that's probably a defensive maneuver. And if I do my job, they will stay longer than 10 minutes. Once they give me that time, what would I say?
Right, that's more than enough time to get you to.
If more than enough time to get you all the information you need to make a good decision, okay? And then what?
And you say, you know, one of the biggest complaints that we get is the time it takes to buy a car.
One of the biggest complaints consumers have
Yeah.
is the time it takes to buy a car.
Yeah.
And what have we done here?
I'm sure you how to speed that
We've
process
come up with two different ways
Save them some time.
to save you some time. So,
They
do
get you a line of credit or
Trader price.
look, the two things that take the longest that I, as a person helping you buying cars, have no control over is the appraisal of your trade and lining you up with the proper lender. Okay? If we could start both of those processes right now, we could knock as much as an hour to an hour and a half off the time it takes to buy a vehicle if you find the right one. Or, if you prefer, we'll go check out the vehicle you came in to see. How do you want to proceed? Do we want to put it in question form like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not? Look, You know, when I got in this business, people bought cars the way the dealer wanted them to buy cars because the customers had no choice. Number one, there weren't that many dealers around. Number two, the customer had no information at all. There were no cell phones. There was no internet, or if it wasn't internet, nobody told us about the internet. But what we failed to recognize back then we failed to recognize the golden rule. What's the golden rule?
Make the customer feel like they're in control. No.
Well, you're close. The golden rule is he or she who has the gold makes the rules,
Yeah.
right?
There you go.
Yeah. And look, the customer's got the money, we got the metal. We're trying to create an exchange here. Wouldn't it make sense to help them buy a car the way they want to buy a car?
Yeah.
There are certain aspects of the process we need to control, make no mistake about that. But if I try to control you, Jeff, what's your natural response?
Stand off.
Push back.
Stand off, back off, get defensive. Okay, so we don't want to control it. We don't want to control people. But for the most part, we want to control certain aspects of our process. Do we want them to take a demonstration ride?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Do we want to do a good job of showing off the vehicle, new or used?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we do. Do we want to do a good job of showing off our organization? Yeah. Do we want to do a good job of showing off ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are things we can control. But the customer's got the money. So I'm going to give them a chance to start the credit process, start the appraisal process if they have a trade. But if they're bound and determined to go look at that vehicle, I'm going to let them go look at the vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay? And by the way, they just agreed to spend more time with me
Yeah.
because they turned down that opportunity. All right. And then we transition. Do you guys transition them inside?
They teach us to get the customer inside as quickly as possible now.
I like that because that's another part of the process I think we should control. That's what I call the needs assessment qualifying, because we need to ask some questions. You guys don't have a qualifying document, do you?
No. What we usually do is we just ask them, if they're trading, who the car's financed with. If we know it's
stop. Okay.